Good afternoon, everybody. This is Sean. Hope you guys and Holly. Yes, I don't want to forget. Holly's here too. We are excited for this new year. We had an amazing turnout last night at our PAC meeting. Everybody was very excited. I think everybody had a good time. So we're looking forward to a lot more nights just like that. So coming up here, we have a lot of activities just for the month of October. So I'm going to go through those real quick. Now, if you are still missing emails or anything like that, please let us know right away. I do have a list of about 10 to 12 scouts right now that we're still trying to track down your information in the applications. There's just a backlog of information, so we'll get there. Same thing with any awards. If there was an award that your scout, son, daughter had received or had earned but had not received, let us know. That may just be due to that backlog there, but we'll get it sorted out. So what do you parents really need to be working on right now with your scout? There's a ton of activities in there, a lot of things you can work through. There is, in fact, a parent's guide in those books about youth protection and how to stay safe with online activities and whatnot. Go through that with your scout. It's a great opportunity to sit there and really show them how to be safe online. And during the meetings, make sure you're sitting with your scout. During all these activities, these are parent scout activities. Be right there next to them, because that'll help build that bond up between you two. It'll help keep their attention on the activity. It helps maintain that control in the whole den. With a lot of scouts, it's going to be harder to do this year. So with that, our next couple den meetings. Next week, Monday, we have our regular den meetings. So we'll be meeting at the church. Dens will be breaking out into their various areas. And we're going to be collecting for our upcoming Halloween camping trip. So if you're paying for food, make sure you see our camping chair, Chris Grant. The only exception here is the AOLs, our fifth graders. We will actually be meeting at the church and then going over to meet with one of the troops in the area. So just make sure you're there on time. We'll have directions all sorted out so everybody gets to the same place. But you guys will be moving over to a troop meeting tomorrow night or Monday night. So it's going to be a good time. The following Monday. Yes.
Oh, also, we have a repeat of new parent orientation. So if you were not able to make it last Monday, I'll be repeating the session next Monday. So any new information that is reiterated here tonight, but even more in depth, we're going to just dig into that. We're going to dig into the calendar, opportunities to be more involved, and to ask any questions you might have. I know joining a new scout, if you've got a new scout, or you're joining this pack new from a different pack, you may have a lot of questions. I will certainly do everything I can to answer the question or get the question answered for you. So please join me next Monday when your scout goes into their den. You can hang out with me in the main church area and we will dive into all things new parent orientation.
That's perfect. Thank you very much for that. I completely forgot about that. I'm glad you're here. Okay, so the following Monday now, the 13th, we'll have yet another den meeting. This will be your last opportunity to pay for any food for camping. We do need to know who's going so we can buy an adequate amount of food so nobody goes hungry. We don't want that. And again, if you have any questions, don't forget to reach out. On October 9th, these aren't necessarily in order, so I apologize. October 9th, we are having our breakout, shakeout, camp out at the church. So it's going to run Saturday morning, 9 to 12. We're going to set up the camp so everybody sees how things are going to progress when we go camping, answer any questions you have, talk about the camping gear you should and shouldn't have. And we're going to have our Bobcat boot camp going on. This is where your kids are going to learn, all the Cub Scout handshake, the salute, the sign, the motto, the whole 9 yards. It'll be a good time. Go pretty quick too. And then what we got coming up after that? Oh yeah, Cub Halloween is coming up. That is exciting. Best camp out of the entire year, I think by far, so far. We're gonna try and do some better ones. But yeah, there'll be haunted trails, haunted houses, mazes, all kinds of cool things to do up there, STEM activities, water ice, a lot of neat stuff. So please go on and register online. I will make sure those links are posted again so you can get there. There's still plenty of space. When you register, make sure you pick out the main camp area. Otherwise, you will be stuck out in the middle of a field with nobody around you. Main camp area. And then your food option will ask you if you want to buy the meal plan. If you're eating with us, don't worry about it. Okay. Before that, I'm going to be sending out also in an email a health form to everybody. This is something we need to have on hand for every scout. It's just basic information about allergies, things to look out for just in case there's that emergency. So that'll be coming out today. Please make sure you get that filled out and to one of us leaders before the camping trip. Well, let's see. And then finally, October 25th, right before Halloween, we've got our trunk or treat pack meeting. A lot of fun on this one. We're going to have a blast. Get to decorate up your car. Kids will go trick or treating car to car. We'll throw out some awards. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a great time. I'm looking forward to that. It was a great event last year. So hats off to everybody that helped out with that one. And now, Holly is going to talk to us about some of our needs for volunteers.
Our opportunity to work more closely with the Scouts. So once Cubmaster gives me rights to share, I will absolutely share that. So while he's doing that, yeah, trunk or treat is a lot of fun. Feel free to get creative in decorating your trunk, have your Scout help you out. You can even play with some lights in there if you've got a plug or if it's battery operated. But just know we had a really fun time with dogs. Okay, so let's do this.
Okay.
All right, so so as you can see, this is essentially like the org chart. So we've got our charter rep, which is David, our committee chair, myself. Sean is our Cubmaster, and we recently have our new Cubmaster assistant, Cubmaster Sam Moon, has joined us. So we have our secretary, Caitlin. Fundraising is Wayne. Shannon does the awards. We are in need of somebody that can help out coordinating food or grub. That doesn't mean you're doing all the meal prep and you're doing everything. That might mean you're going to the store and buying it, or you're participating in some way to figure out how much we need, going and purchasing it, and kind of getting it ready for camping. We also are in need of PTA and school liaisons. And we don't just need one, we actually need one per school. So we're talking about Castleberry, Sterling Park, Keith, English States. So I think we need 4 or 5. So if you are at that school, maybe you're already involved in the PTA, this might be a really great opportunity for you to help be part of the pack without having a huge commitment of time. Not that any of these positions, aside from Sean's, is a huge commitment of time. So please let us know if you feel more comfortable maybe filling that role specifically with that school, especially if you're already involved with the PTA. So as you heard earlier, Cubmaster Sean talked about that need for the health and safety forms. We're going to need somebody to be able to manage that and take in all those forms, make sure that we're getting everybody accounted for to get those done. Kiki has wonderfully stepped up and said she will help lead events. I guarantee you there are going to be many events throughout this coming year, Scout year, so she's going to need help. So definitely look for Kiki. She will be probably asking for different people to volunteer, whether it's for Derby or for different outings that we have. She'll probably need some help with that. We have our treasurers. We have Nicole and Michelle that are working on that. We have our quartermaster, which is a very interesting title for, I think, equipment and all things like that. And that is Jeff. And then, as you heard earlier, Chris Grant is newly appointed camping guy. So dens, as you saw yesterday, we had a beautifully large turnout of Scouts. And so with that, we have to be really mindful of the amount of Scouts to den leaders. So as you see in this chart, we've actually broken out a couple dens because they are large. So we've got Christy in charge of lions. We have the wolves den number 1 run by Maggie. Wolves den number 2, Kiki had volunteered for that. If you are interested in maybe helping out that second den with wolves, maybe your Scout is in that. I'm sure Kiki's going to be pretty busy with events. So feel free to step up and volunteer for that. I'm sure she wouldn't mind an extra set of hands. And then also for tigers, we've got Brian who leads that, but his den is growing. So we definitely are in need of a second den leader. So let us know if you've got a scout in that or if you're interested in doing that. Wayne is in charge of bears. And we have AOL, which I laugh at every time, but Arrow of Light, which is Cubmaster Sean. And then we have a very large Weeblos group. So Shannon and Caitlin have been working with the Weeblos so far, and we've actually broken out into a second den. So we are in need of a den leader. So please, 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 we definitely need help with the amount of scouts we have, and it is not an enormous amount of time. I was shouting this last night. I'm not sure if you people in the back heard me. It's not a 40-hour-a-week gig. It's not 20, but it's just a little bit of time that it's even a wonderful way to get even more involved with your scouts. So with that being said, feel free to comment in Facebook if you're interested in any of these. If you are not in the system, any comments, please feel free to put directly in Facebook if you're connected with us here. If not, reach out to Sean or myself, and we are happy to get you coordinated and ready to jump in and support you the best we can this coming exciting Scout year.
Absolutely. That was awesome. Thank you very much. And yeah, like Holly said, none of these commitments involve a lot of time. Most everything's already laid out there for you. We just need somebody to help guide and lead these positions. And everybody, and this is what I love about the pack. There's so many people willing to step up. We just need that person to coordinate everything. And there's always all hands on deck, especially when we go camping. I mean, I love how everybody chips in and cooks and cleans and allows the rest of us to actually, do the other things we're supposed to be doing. So it's awesome. So yes, please reach out to us if you're interested in any of those positions. And with that, I don't think I've got anything else today. Hope everybody
We'll see you next week.
Yes, looking forward to it. We'll see everybody on Monday. Have a great week, everybody.
Bye.